How you doing? This is Sean from Sean's Fish Tanks, and I wanted to give you guys another update. It had been a couple weeks since the last one, and I just wanted to let you guys know on how this Autoaqua Smart AWC Touch is working. And at this point, it's been flawless. I've even shut it off. I've shut off the, what I really like about it is the option to shut off the auto top off with just a click of a button. You don't have to unplug anything. You don't have to do a darn thing. You just hit this little ATO right here signal and it shuts it off. And I can go in, remove corals, remove water, and then just top off from my reservoir, you know, till I see the sensor and the sump is matching with the water. So if I took out some corals to frag them, remove some rock because it's starting to build some algae. This is a fairly new tank, and unfortunately I introduced a little hair algae from a snail that I had, and he just went around spreading it everywhere. And I had some cyano outbreaks, trying to control nutrients. I'm starting to get a little bit better, just by carbon and more maintenance and water changes, but water changes alone aren't going to get rid of you know, nutrients in your tank. You gotta really keep up with your daily maintenance, and that is filter socks and if you wanted to add GFO or something like that, but I don't use GFO, so I battle with nutrients, and I will probably continue to do that. I'm gonna in the future try to update, incorporate more bio pellets and a refugium into the system with more rocks, so I can do more of a denitrification process. And this way, because for a small system, I need to have more means of export of the nitrate. So in the future, but everything costs money, and that's one thing I don't have right now. So I'm trying to work with what I got with the water changes and just keep my maintenance up. And as of right now, I would say nitrates and phosphates are beginning to drop. I do have some hair algae in there, but it's not like spreading everywhere. It's a couple of sections that are barely moving. I've treated for cyano a couple of times, and I have one teeny patch of it. It's not exploding anywhere, but I do have plenty of growth in my acros and my zoanthids, and everything's starting to come around. I picked up a new piece from Worldwide Corals. It cost me a pretty penny too. It was a piece that I was kind of looking for. It's a blue stag, very similar to like a green slimer stag, and I've always wanted one. And when it came in, I broke it on accident trying to mount it to a new rock structure, and I wanted to move some of my corals around. So let me see if I can give you guys a better view of this. So bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to try to do this. Let me see, give me 1 second. And I'm sorry for this, guys, but this is the way I got to do it. I don't have like a video editing or anything like that, so this is the way it is. But this is the blue stag. I'm going to zoom in on it. And it doesn't have much color now, and I'm sorry for the micro bubbles too, but that's how I keep my pH where I want it. I have a little micro bubble action going on in this system, and it keeps everything happy. My SBS look phenomenal, and they're growing with the micro bubbles. Now you can see that this piece right here is the lower half of it, and this was the top piece that broke off. Now when I first got them in, the color wasn't too good, and they're a light blue, and I'm still hoping the blue has started to come in. It's a light blue, and I'm still hoping it's going to hang in there and stay alive, because it still has color. Everything else in here looks great, and I'll just have to keep my fingers crossed in regards to that. Now I moved this tricolor because I have two of them out where I can see it a little bit better, and I'm sorry for, like I said, the micro bubbles and everything, but this piece is taking off like crazy. It's really doing well. Super stoked about it. I love this piece. It's got some great color, and I'll go at this angle so you guys can see the color a little bit better and zoom out. This thing is really, really nice. And I have another piece over on this structure in the center right there. So I have two pieces, but I wanted to get them separated a little bit so I don't have coral fighting. This is another piece, and I think it's either a PC rainbow or some kind of wild piece. It's like red, white, yellow, and green, and you can't make out all the colors, but I've had it for a while and it's really happy. And so I wanted to get that by itself. I think it might be like a more of a plating acro, but I really like it. The hairs are all out over it. So I moved all these pieces to this new rock structure that I created. And then I have a few pieces on this side I'll show you that are starting to encrust. This piece right here, you can see the side is encrusted right onto the top there. There's a Certosa that you can't really see that's pretty big. This is like a millie that's growing pretty well. It's very, very hairy. It almost looks like hair algae, but that's a millie. Then I have like a green planet, I believe, that's starting to encrust onto the rock. You can see all the encrusting action going on. This piece looks really, really good. And my bird's nest back there is starting to come back. I had some die off when I removed it from the water, but it's coming back. Then I have an Oregon tort down here that's looking pretty good. And mind you, this is a 40-gallon system, and corals are hanging in pretty good because of this water change setup. This is the Oregon tort. It's got like white little hairs you can see moving around, long hairs that come out of it. I don't know if it's just a Cali tort or an Oregon, but I think it might be a Cali, but it's a nice tort. I love it. I have a couple of pieces that I have on this homemade frag rack on a magnet here. One is a red Stylophora, and the other one is a green acro Hulk coral. I'm going to be mounting those to the new structure somewhere at some point. I wanted to get them healthy, and because the Stylophora I had it for a long time and it was fading, but it's coming back. And there's several other pieces in here, but I just wanted to give you guys a couple good looks at some things that are growing. And I have some red digitata here that looks really good. There's some green digitata that broke off that I have to fix, and I just noticed now. And that's about it. But as far as the water change system, and this is what this video mostly is about, I just wanted to say it's doing great. And I'm going to try to make a video when the system will do its change, and I'll like try to, you know, show you the sump. Like I said, I was using all the same pumps that it came with. The auto top off portion is the little pump right here that I have in this bucket. This bucket's almost empty, and I run calc out of it, and the pump is still running good. I don't run a lot of calc, but I do run calc through it. Like I said, I was a little nervous about that pump for the calc reason, and I might replace that just because I don't trust it, and use an AC pump with the plug that the Autoaqua offers. The company offers a plug to convert an AC pump, and I'd much rather use an AC pump than a DC pump for kalkwasser. I just think they have more power and less likely to get bound up. But anyways, I just wanted to give you a quick update, and it's kind of going into a long update, but I wanted to show you some of my growth and some of my structures. I'll try to do a better showing when I have better color and better growth, and another showing of how it works, and if I can, maybe I'll do a showing of how I program it too. It's super easy. Alright guys, thanks a lot. Take it easy.